Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. Hope you all had a great Friday. Hope you all had a great week so far. We're gearing up for what is about to be a dangerous night of weather across many states to the west and in the central U.S., mainly speaking in areas of the South, Mid-South, Ohio Valley. So we're going to break that down, give you the latest information. It is beginning to crank up right now. So there's many YouTubers who are able to go live and keep y'all updated consistently. I'm not quite to the point where I can do that, where I can stay up for hours on end. And really, that's not the problem for me. The problem with this, having a consistent, really, really good internet connection and having a really great setup to just consistently go live for you guys when I'm not chasing for major events like this. And this is a significant event for a lot of folks. This is a big time tornado threat, and it's cranking up right now. If anything, it's trended worse over the last 24 to 36 hours. So we're going to break that down for you guys, talk about what's going on right now. I'm going to give you a look on what's going on radar. Now, by the time a lot of you guys watch this, this won't be current. It'll probably be more expansive as far as supercells, but I wouldn't say worst case scenario necessarily, but this is a bad situation. The sun is currently down for most of the country now, and this is going to be a nocturnal tornado outbreak for a lot of folks. So I'm going to give you the latest HRRR model as far as you can get the worst impacts from this. So we're definitely praying. We need to pray for you guys out there in Missouri, the Ohio Valley, portions. This has actually trended a little bit north. So areas like Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, areas of Illinois, Indiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, they all could be impacted by this currently right now. So let's get going. If you guys have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like the video if you like it, and let's get going in this because we don't need to delay this anymore. But right now, they've introduced a moderate risk. I didn't think this was going to happen, but this is a tornado-driven moderate risk. This is not a wind-driven moderate risk. So this moderate risk is introduced for a large section of northeast Arkansas, an area of far western Tennessee. It doesn't quite cover Jackson, but don't pay attention to the boundary of where this moderate and enhanced risk are. That's not really the point here. Everybody here is going to get some kind of form of severe weather, more than likely. You got an area of southeastern Missouri, southern sections of Illinois, a very, very, very small section of Indiana and Kentucky, if I didn't mention them already. Then this huge area of an enhancer area. So if you're in these areas, geographically, you should definitely always know where you're located. If anything, because of weather, this is a big time severe weather system, and you really need to know geographically where you are on a map. It's very, very important. I'm always surprised at the amount of people who don't know where they are on a map. And if you don't know where you are on a map, then it's hard to attempt to take the weather more serious. But check it out, a 15% risk, hatched risk in this moderate risk of a tornado. 15% chance, that's pretty high, guys. It really is. And 25 miles in any given point in this location. And, in the hatched area, a 10% or greater probability of an EF2 or EF5 tornadoes, So this is significant, guys. It really is. You never know when your specific area is going to get slammed by this. And this covers areas like Memphis. You're on the southern section of this risk area, and areas to the north, almost all the way up into central Illinois. So this is very significant. There's a wind threat too. This is going to turn more linear into a straight line of storms, but this is going to be, more discreet than maybe it was looking maybe 24 hours ago. There's also a risk for thunderstorms tomorrow, as this will continue to have some steam to it, and it's trended more so to that too. So even here in the Carolinas and Georgia, I think there's going to be a line of storms tomorrow around the evening time. Do I think it's going to be a severe weather outbreak? I really don't, but there is going to be a chance for some severe weather. I really think there is, especially in the morning hours across Nashville and things like that. So right now there is a tornado watch to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time for these areas of Missouri, and including Columbia, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, including Springfield, Illinois also. So this is trended north, guys, and this is happening right now. You see these storms firing up. Got to watch this one in Arkansas. Let's look at the radar right now as we have this in motion. There's already a tornado warning north of the Tennessee and Kentucky line. This is in Kentucky, so this is just southeast of Paducah, Kentucky. where, this is the area that's going to be the epicenter of a tornado outbreak. So, it's already verifying, already a tornado warning. I haven't right now, heard anything confirmed. Let's see if we can quickly go to another radar image here as I'm trying to, let's go to the Little Rock radar and check out this storm. And you got to watch this one too. Little Rock, watch out to these storms to your to your west, and then the storm to your northeast. This is getting a classic looking signature look to it. This is a discrete cell. So, in Augusta, Arkansas, points northeast. Watch out. This is December, guys. And it's not like Arkansas is a super southern state. It is pretty a southern state, but at the same time, this is rare for any time of the year, anywhere in the U.S. This is crazy, and this is a growing supercell. And let's see if we can get the velocity up here and see what this looks like. And there it is. There's a little bit of a hook. You see these different colors, difference in colors right here. That's an inflow. There's rotation right in there, just northwest of Augusta, Arkansas. Now all this is going to change, so by the time most of y'all watch that, this will be different. But I'm just telling you an example of how this system is just firing up. So let's look at a broader view of what's going on here. This is an extremely dynamic storm, guys. You have a big time snowstorm cranking up in Minneapolis right now. Big time snows up here in Wisconsin. An area, Iowa's going to be a state where it's snowing in the northwest part of the state, and then severe weather is possible in the southeast part of the state. Des Moines is probably going to get dry slotted, and it's what happens with these dynamic systems. But look at this. This is the northern fringe. We're going to talk about you guys first. As you're getting into, to 10 p.m., 11 p.m. time frame, you're going to have a time frame. And I mentioned this yesterday, how it looked kind of eerie up here with these severe storms. But there's going to be some severe storms cranking up in this area here in the next couple hours here on the northern Missouri, Iowa, and western areas of Illinois. And watch out Chicago. You're more on the colder side of the storm, but not cold, snowy. So, but there is a moist sector getting all the way up to Chicago. So you're very warm right now for this time of the year. And you're going to have some heavy rain and storms all the way up into Chicago. And then you have, this line of storms cranking up here that could sweep through. And then you have all these little cells down here in southern areas of Illinois and Indiana. And, this is getting into the midnight time frame right here. All these little cells right here. And we'll get a little closer look at this. Have a chance to produce a tornado. This is just a massive dynamic storm. So let's get a little bit closer to Arkansas right now. So we're getting into the, 9, 10, 11 p.m. time frame. Y'all's standard time out here. And these, storms will continue to work through Arkansas. But I think y'all will have a chance for another area of storms that fire up behind this convection. And you have to watch out for these storms too. But after that, it looks like the cold front sweeps through, dry air moves through. And by the time you guys in Arkansas wake up Saturday morning, I think you guys will have some cold air funneling in. And it'll feel a lot different in Arkansas tomorrow than it did today. But you're going to have to deal with some severe storms. And then, you back it up here. All these storms here near Jonesboro, which is the epicenter of this tornado outbreak potentially, Paducah. All these storms are going to move through Paducah, and then you're going to have another area of storms that moves through. Then watch here, northern Mississippi, Tupelo, Memphis. It's just going to be a couple rounds of storms, but I really think the first couple rounds of storms in Memphis for you guys overnight is going to be the first round, where some of these storms are more discrete, more supercellular in motion, supercell meaning a rotating storm, in a dangerous situation. Then overnight, when you get closer to the wee hours of the morning, you're going to have a line of storms that move through, and then the dry air sweeps through. You get a more closer look at Kentucky and Tennessee. Same situation. Epicenter of this tornado outbreak is going to be here. So you're getting into the midnight time frame right here. This is around midnight. You have some pretty intense storms moving through Paducah up into Evansville, Indiana. Moving starting to get closer to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And that storm moved through, and then they all kind of congeal together as we're waking up until about 6 a.m. And I think you guys in Nashville are going to wake up to probably some rocky weather unless you can just sleep through it. But I wouldn't advise that. I would definitely be up. But look, even here in the wee hours of the morning, getting into areas of northern Alabama, these little storms have little hooks to them. There's still a tornado threat when you're waking up in the morning. And then it really turns into just to a line of storm, starts moving through. And, you can't discount what's going on up here, too. The more southern section of this severe weather event can be dangerous too. Check it out as you're getting into the midnight time frame. Some of these cells begin to develop. It's crazy, a lot of times in these severe weather outbreaks, you have the convective explosion that normally occurs in the afternoon and evening hours. This will be occurring after midnight, in the overnight hours. So it's very dangerous. Watch out these storms, all in northern Mississippi, near Memphis. These will be moving into Tennessee, and then the line really comes together in the early morning hours, and this line will continue to work through Alabama into the morning hours of Saturday and keep moving through here. Now we look at this as a whole broad view, and we look at the latest long range here and what's going on exactly. We're getting into 1 a.m. Saturday. We're moving through, and we're looking at this whole entire event as a whole. So here between now and the early morning hours of tonight, you're going to have supercells developing all into here. So if you're anywhere in southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, basically all of Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, and Arkansas, really, this is going to be a dangerous setup. And even you guys in Louisiana, northern Louisiana, need to watch out. But I think the tornado threat might be a little less down there because I think this quickly gets into a line of storms. But moving through, you're talking about the severe weather event potential for tomorrow for areas further east into the Carolinas. The main threat is going to be with this line of storms. So if you're in Atlanta, line of storms will move through probably, early afternoon tomorrow. Move through. Some moderate rain will follow. The storms will get into the Carolinas and central and southern Georgia, and then the panhandle of Florida into, the evening hours. And I think it could be a little gusty, a little rainy, and then the cool air moves through and sets up for maybe a chillier Sunday. But a dangerous situation unfolding. The significant tornado parameter, which sometimes can be overdone, it really spikes here around here in the next couple hours, especially as showing on the latest HRRR model, especially here in central Missouri to southeast Missouri, and then it kind of moves into Indiana. I would not be surprised if the most significant part of this tornado outbreak occurs more in the northern part of this warm sector, as it's been trending that way, and then the tornado threat really dies down. And I really don't think there's going to be much of a tornado threat, but I want to show you guys this, man, because this is an incredible warm sector with this system. I think this is the most impressive part of this storm, is these are dew points, guys. So as we're getting, into around the midnight time frame, you have a moist sector, a warm sector, getting all the way up into Lake Michigan, into Chicago. These are dew points in the 60s and 70s, still at midnight. And you can obviously tell what a cold front is. This cold front will be very, very quick. It'll move through. It'll be a tight gradient. Dew points will go to the 50s and 60s to the 40s, 30s, and 20s within hours. And what's cool to watch here is the reason it's been so cool in the Carolinas today is because the in situation wedge has really came in. It's been rainy, and the cool, drier air has really stuck around. Well, this is going to erode. It's going to erode, but it's going to erode very quickly. But it takes so long to erode that I think the dynamics in place really won't be there, and there'll be a little bit more stable air in place. But this warm sector is incredible. I mean, it really does. Dew points spike tomorrow across the southeast tomorrow, and I'll do a weekend forecast and wake up in the morning. But if I can get to it, I got to put in a mailbox for a neighbor of mine tomorrow. But it's incredible to see how humid it's going to be across the Carolinas and Georgia tomorrow. Until this cold front moves through overnight Saturday into Sunday. But be safe tonight, guys. It's going to be a big time severe weather outbreak. Hopefully it ends up being not as significant as it's showing, but we'll watch. But God bless everybody. Stay safe out there. Praying for you guys. Hope you guys are prepared. Just be prepared, guys. Seriously. That's all I got. God bless all y'all. Stay safe.